Yes, actually there was some disconnection. We will continue the talk from the slide where we stopped. Yeah. So that we were discussing about different types of dryers: direct dryer, indirect dryer, and hybrid dryer. As I told, hybrid dryer, we are putting a backup system because all the time solar radiations may not be available, and fish being a highly volatile and highly perishable commodity, we cannot keep it for a long time without enough heat. So there should be a backup system. Normally we use electrical heater as a backup system, and apart from that, LPG can be used as a backup system, especially for the indirect dryers, and of course biomass and firewood can also be used as a backup system. So this is a solar LPG dryer. I will tell you in details in the later slides. We have done different types of dryers. This is a solar with a LPG backup system. You see the solar panels here. Actually, inside the solar panels, there are a lot of evacuated tubes, and ordinary water will be pumped from one end, and on the other side you will get hot water. The temperature will be up to 80 to 90 degrees centigrade. That water will be stored in a insulated tank inside the dryer, and whenever required, it is pumped to the heat exchanger, and hot air will be produced, and the hot air will be circulated through the chamber where we are keeping the materials to be dried. And these are the advantages of our solar hybrid dryers: efficient heating, eco-friendly, it's portable, multi-purpose, protection is ensured, temperature control is available, because you see everything is a lot of sensors we have kept inside, so that it's almost fully automatic. For example, I told the average temperature required for drying is almost 55 to 60 degrees centigrade. So whenever the temperature goes below this one, automatically the backup system will work. Electrical heater will get switched on, or the LPG burner will start functioning. Auto ignition system is available here. So that system will work uninterruptedly. And it retains nutritional value. That is another very good advantage, because if you are going for the open sun drying, a lot of nutrient loss happens. But here we are locking the nutritional value. And as I told, operational cost is very less. Weatherproof designs and backup heating systems and direct and indirect heating. And we have actually here, we have sun tracking system. It can be either manual or sensor based. So that automatically the solar collectors will change its direction based on the direction of the sun. And as I told, different types of dryers we have developed. And this is a 20 kg dryer. Here the backup system is solar. It's actually solar is the basic energy source, but backup system is electrical heater. And the cost will be around 1.5 lakhs here. And this, as I told, this is actually a 60 kg dryer. 50 to 60 kg we can dry here. Actually, as you all know, the 60 kg is the amount which we can keep inside the chamber. And after drying, we are getting only 25 to 30% as the recovery. And so all these dryers are batch type dryers. In a batch, we can dry 60 kg. And the cost will be around 3 to 3.5 lakhs rupees. And this is the chamber where we are keeping the produce to be dried. And on the other side, you can see a closed portion. And inside, there are insulated tank as well as a heat exchanger and other connections and sensing systems, sensing control systems. And in some of the dryers, we have added a new system, that is dehumidifier. You see, in the coastal area, already the humidity is more, so that the air is already having a lot of moisture in that. But again, if you heat up and circulate through the chamber, it may not carry a lot of moisture. It will not absorb moisture further from the material. So that we have to first dry the ambient air, which is already rich in moisture. So that we are using some dehumidifier, and dry air we are heating up and circulated inside the chamber, so that the drying efficiency is high. It is wheel mounted, you can see here. It can be moved from one place to another. Different types of dryer. This is actually a tunnel shaped dryer. Only 10 kg we can dry here. And this is a common popular dryer. 40 kg we can dry here. Actually, solar collector and everything is kept outside above the roof. Only the hot air is circulated inside the chamber. Only chamber you can see in this figure. Around 2 lakhs rupees is the cost. And here you can see a chula, a small kiln here. Actually, we are burning the biomass materials, firewoods and everything inside. And the smoke is escaped through the pipe, you can see. Only the hot air will be circulated so that there will be no problem with the quality. But the only issue with this dryer is, you see, a lot of emission happens. And nowadays we are speaking about less emission technologies, reduction in greenhouse gas emission and all. And this is related to climate change, global warming and all other issues. So that we should not promote the technology which is producing a lot of smokes or emission. So that we have developed some new alternate for this biomass dryer. In that the emission, of course, emission we cannot stop, but we are actually using some emission control parts and some systems so that very less smoke is released to the atmosphere. This is another dryer. These are all different types of dryer. These dryers we can keep in the kitchen. The cost is almost less than 50,000 rupees, 30 to 40,000 only the cost. But whenever you are getting additional material, whether it is fish, spices, or vegetables, you can just keep it inside and you can make the dried product. And one of the new innovation which we are working now is infrared dryer. Here we are using the infrared light, heat energy from the infrared light for drying. And we are getting very good quality product here in terms of its taste, color, and overall appearance is concerned. But again, issue is that wherever the light falls, that area is getting more dried, so that we should have a rotating platform. We are working on that. And apart from that, we have got a big project from Ministry of Food Processing Industries, so that we are developing a continuous type dryer, so that one side you load the materials, other side you will get the dried material. Of course, that some time is required for that. We are adjusting the speed of the conveyor belt using some sensors and VFD devices. And another low-cost, energy-efficient walk-in type solar dryer recently we developed. In this dryer, you can see it is like a small greenhouse. It will tap the solar radiations and keep the inside atmosphere hot. So that, of course, it will take a little more time. All other dryers which we have shown previously, it will take 6 to 8 hours, normally 6 to 8 hours. But this will take almost 10 to 12 hours. But here you see, it is all other dryers, though it is solar dryers, basically, it requires electricity. Why? Because we are using blowers for circulating the air, and blower required power supply. But here it is a standalone system. No power supply, electricity is required. Of course, here also we are having some small fans, but the power for this fan we are generating from the small solar PV panels, which is kept outside. It is very effective and it is cost effective also. For example, 50 kg dryer, it costs around 1 lakh rupees only. And we can even go for bigger dryers. This is a 500 kg. Actually, it is set up in a container. 500 kg we can dry in a go. And the collectors we kept on the roof side. It's actually part of the same system, but collectors above and the drying chamber is inside the container. Different things we can dry here. It may be a moringa leaf, it may be a mango, it may be grape, it may be onion, it may be spices. Whatever you want, you can dry. Okay. And as I told, we are working on biomass dryer because you see in our rural habitats, we are getting a lot of biomass. But as I told, when we are using biomass as a fuel, it emits a lot of smoke. It is not good for the climate. It is not good for the environment. And as a country, we have some promises to the international forum, Paris Protocol, Kyoto Protocol. You may be aware. So we have to reduce our greenhouse gas emission and carbon footprint. So that we developed a system where we can use the biomass. Same time, it will emit less smoke to the atmosphere. We are using some emission control parts and some other systems here. Here, the drying is comparatively cheaper because we are using the cheaper materials to dry here. And we are also working now on a solar conversion system based on gasifier backup. You see, it's a complex system. Here we can produce electricity. Here we can use it as a dryer. We can produce hot water. It can be used for multiple uses. And here we are mainly using apart from solar as a backup system, we are using gasifier system. We are producing the producer gas here. It will be used for burning the water, heating up the water, burning the burners. This is a schematic diagram for that. It is under development. We have a DST project. So that what are the benefits of our dryers? As I told, it's a green technology, it's a low-cost technology, it is environmental friendly technology, faster drying rates, and the product is protected against flies, pests, rains, dust, and everything. It's labor saving. As I told, it's almost semi-automatic or fully automatic, we can say. The quality of product is ensured here, and hygienic product, hygienic drying condition. Off-time drying, as I told, some of the dryers we can even use even at night time or even rainy season. And all the materials where the food materials are in contact are food grade stainless steel. Then high loading capacity commercial production. You see, actually for commercial production we can have bigger dryers, like I told earlier. And we have developed some automatic information system for dryers. As I told previously, these dryers nowadays it is almost fully automatic. This system is very interesting. So that when you keep the fresh fish inside the dryer, every time you don't need to open and see whether it is dried or not. We have kept a small weight sensor, and we have developed an algorithm so that it will tell you how much percentage is dried. It will give you an SMS after some time. Your product is dried 50%, then 75%, 100%. And once 100% drying is achieved, automatically the system will be switched off. And apart from drying, we will go for some other, we will see some other latest technologies which we can use for post-harvest fisheries. We are working on that. One is a portable fish freshness sensor. As you know, a lot of impurities are getting added to the fish. Apart from that, traders and some intermediate people are adding chemicals to the fish also. Why? Because in the off-season, fish has to be transported from one state to the another state. For example, in northeastern states, most of the fish is coming from Andhra Pradesh and Odisha and all. So that the fish, which is a highly perishable commodity, will be in transit for 3-4 days. So that we can actually ice it and keep it for a long time. But for 1 kg fish, we have to keep 1 kg ice, so that it is not always economical for the traders and transporters. So that what they do, they add chemicals to that. Chemicals including formaldehyde, sodium benzoate, ammonia, and these chemicals are detrimental. It is actually not good for health. So that we, as an institute, CIFT has developed some strips to find out the formaldehyde, find out the chances of contamination with formaldehyde and ammonia. It was a disruptive invention, and many people are using, including FSSAI and other food safety officers, regulatory agencies are using this sensor now. This strips now. Apart from that, recently we are working. We developed almost a sensor which will tell you the fish is fresh or not fresh. So that what we are targeting here is the eye of the fish. We are keeping the fish inside the small apparatus. We are taking a photograph of the eye of the fish, capturing the fish eye, and we are doing image processing. It will give you the result, whether the fish is spoiled or not spoiled. As I told, we are looking towards the eye of the fish, and the change in the hue saturation value of the eye we are counting, and every day's quality, every day fish eye count, HCD count is equated to a number, so that we can say how many days the fish is old, how many days old this fish is. It will be a very good invention if we can commercialize it. We are working on that. Then apart from that, another area where we have to thrust is the seafood industries. Lot of energy and water is getting used, overused we can say, in seafood industries. And as I told, the world is worrying about the greenhouse gas emissions, increasing carbon footprinting, and global warming and related climate change. We all are facing the problems with the climate, rain, floods, droughts, and all those things. But we have developed a system where we can monitor the energy by using real-time energy sensors. So that the real-time energy use, we can find out any time if any fault, more energy used in a system, immediately alarm will go and the system will be shut off or the corrective actions will be taken. And these data can also be used for energy auditing. And we can connect it through some artificial intelligence and IoT systems based on sensors and all, so that we can actually program our entire factory so that we can very efficiently use our energy as well as water. So that you see, this is the smart energy meter system we have developed. So that it is connected to compressors and other lines. And we have already programmed for any particular process. So at any time more energy is used, immediately alarm will run, and attention has to be, attention of the plant manager can be attracted towards that. You see, this is the way. I will not spend more time on this. Then, apart from that, another area where we have to focus is refrigeration cycle. This is the energy. You see, actually, we are using a software system. We have a private partner here. They have developed a software system, so that we are monitoring the real-time energy, and we are also calculating the energy specific energy consumption. That means against production of each kg how much energy used, so that we can standardize it. Whenever some issues there, we can address it also on real-time basis. These are some of the graphs. Similarly with water also, these are the energy meters on the left side. On right side you can see the water meter, and it is connected to solenoid valves. For each process, how much water, that much water only will be released at that particular time. And apart from that, as I told, we are working on refrigeration systems. Here we developed a small Peltier based refrigeration and transportation system. Peltier, you know, it is like it's a electronic board or electronic module. So whenever electricity is passed through that, one side will be heated up, other side will be cooled. So that using this principle, we can make a small cool chamber, and it can be used for transportation of live materials. And it can also be improved to a live fish transportation container. You see, the demand for live fish is more. Even it is in, we can export live fish or live seafood to Gulf countries and other Japan or European countries or US, the demand and the price will be more. So we are working on developing a live fish transportation container. And we are giving a lot of trainings on scientific fish drying and making of value-added products. And we have calculated the energy use. And as you know, as you see in this table, when we integrate with solar, we can save 60% of the energy, and of course 60% of the cost too. And we have also done the financial viability analysis. And this drying business is very profitable. The BCR ratio is almost 1.23. And apart from drying and other this fish freshness and everything, we have developed some other technologies also. Very fastly I will go through those technologies. One technology is fish descaling machine. One of the problems our homemakers facing is remove the scales and skin of the fish. Of course, skin is not removed here; it's removing the scales of the fish. So that we developed some machine. It can be either manual or it's a motorized, either manual or motorized. And once you put the fish inside and rotate it for 3-4 minutes, all the scales will be removed without any damage. And we actually now working on developing a system for our kitchen use, like a mixie, so it can be connected to the power line, power plug, switch on, and there are knobs for each type of fish. You can select the knob. Then it will work for 2-3 minutes, and entire scales will be removed. And we are also working on fish. Actually, we developed fish meat bone separator, mini fish meal unit, and previously we developed a lot of electronic instruments for navigation control, salinity, temperature, depth measurement, water activity, so many other things. And nowadays, of late, all these all this, some of the instruments became obsolete. Now we are working on the latest technologies. We are also validating the engines and giving certifications to major marine engine manufacturers. And as I told, refrigeration is important aspect, and it is capturing a lot of market, especially in healthcare. That is a black horse. After in the post-COVID era, healthcare sector is going to grow in a big way. So that all the fresh fruit, vegetables, chemicals, pharmaceuticals, food, beverages, healthcare sector, refrigeration is very important. For refrigeration, we are working on different types of technology, small appropriate technologies. Uh, one of the simple technology which we developed and which have a lot of potential is refrigeration enabled mobile fish vending kiosk, refrigerated mobile fish vending kiosk. This is a small system which will help you to drastically change the way fish is sold in India. You see how the fish is sold in India in a very unhygienic place, very unclean place on the roadside with a lot of smell, a lot of flies, and people doesn't want to go there and purchase the fish, or even the sellers are also in an awkward situation. So that we developed a small system. This is a refrigerated glass chamber, so that you can keep the fish, different types of fish in different chambers, and we can keep it in a chilled condition, 0 to 5 degrees centigrade. There's a small refrigeration system attached to that, so that 2 to 3 days or even up to 4 days you can use this system without putting ice. The fish will be as fresh as normal fish. There will be no problem with the quality, and people can come see the fish and select the fish, and once fish is selected, it can be descaled using the descaling machine attached to that. Cutting, cleaning, everything can be done. Liquid and solid waste will be collected separately, and there's a provision to keep almost 100 kg down in the ice box. In the chamber, we can display almost 30 to 40 kgs of fish, depending on the type of fish. An electronic display unit, you can actually display the present amount of different types of fish, price of the fish, and all those things. And cost is hardly 52,000 rupees plus GST. Now we have already supplied 29 units across India, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, and Kerala government has sanctioned 20 units under one of the scheme, and we are giving to the fisherwomen self-help groups for selling the fish. And it is so far we have given 5 units, and it is working very nicely for the self-help groups, women self-help groups. And we are working on developing, actually the previous one what I shown is actually a plug-in system. We need electricity for running the refrigeration system, but here we want to integrate it into a solar system, so that any roadside, anywhere you can keep this on and run the refrigeration system using the solar power, and the solar power will also work as an umbrella or a canopy, so that the vendor can stand or sit behind that and sell the fish in a very comfortable way. It is very ergonomical also. And this is the one I told, the Kerala government circular, they released 60 lakhs rupees, and now 20 units are getting ready. Already 5 units have been given for women self-help groups. And slowly from this type of fish vending, we want to transform to this modern type of fish vending. No flies, no smells, no hazards, no hygienic problem. Very safely, very neatly, we can sell the fish after adopting this type of technology. We are also working another refrigeration system using silica gel absorption system, absorption systems, so many other new areas, domains we are working now. And apart from that, we are actually giving consultancy to cold storage development, not only for fish, cardamom. This is one of the big cold storage system we are giving for Kerala State Warehousing Corporation. Just we completed that. And you see, a lot of technologies now available. Some of the technologies now. How a client can access this technology, so that there are different ways. The clients can walk in, they can see the technology, they can see the live demonstration, and they can parallelly undergo the trainings. We used to conduct a lot of trainings very frequently. Once the COVID issue is over, we will be resuming our training activities. So once this training and visit is over, people can see whether they can really invest on these technologies. And we have another option. If they are not ready to invest immediately and start their own venture because of financial constraints, we are giving them an option to work with us. They can join as an incubatee, paying a very meager amount of 2,000 rupees, and they can use our dryers. We have 3 live dryers within our campus. It can dry around 125 kgs of fish per day. So they can bring fresh fish, do the pre-processing, and dry it using our dryers, make dry fish, and sell in your own brand name, their own brand name, in their own FSSAI number, and do the test marketing, and do it for 6 months, 8 months, or up to 1 year. And once you think it is successful in the market, you can go for your own system. So that we have almost 38 incubators now. And if somebody really immediately want to take our system technology, we have some empaneled agencies, manufacturing agencies we have empaneled. They have given a rate contract to us, so that any client comes there, they want to immediately take up the system, install a dryer, or after the incubation period, they want to install a dryer, we will connect them to the empaneled agencies. And we have licensed out technologies to them. We are getting royalty out of that. And apart from that, we have physical incubation system. They can open an office within our campus, and we are supporting them for all economic analysis, DPR, networking, financial. Not direct financing we are not giving, but getting the loans, test marketing, and all these things. And this is the one I told. Within last 2-3 years, we have sold almost 25 dryers, almost worth of 80 lakhs rupees, and 29 fish vending kiosks. And now also a lot of things are in pipeline. And in the incubators here they have produced almost 3,000 kgs of dry fish. Almost 10,000 kgs of fresh fish have been dried using our system by our incubators. It itself costs almost 50 lakhs rupees. These are some of the brands of dry fish which is available in the market. They all are our incubators, or they have used our dryers. That means they have used our technology and set up their own dryers. These are some of the dryers we have given in different parts of the country. They are using it for drying different products. Some people are doing vegetables, some people spices, some people fish. So different types of producers they are drying using these technologies. You can see some of the technologies we are giving to different people. These all are ordinary people. They are actually using this technology for the livelihood, and most of our technologies are for the small, and medium level enterprises. For big enterprises like seafood industries, we have some other technologies, like I told, energy and water optimization software and sensor system. You see, local MB is opening one of the solar dry systems, and as I told, many brands are now available within Kerala and other states. They are making products using our technology. Our respected DG, Honorable DG of ICAR, is releasing one of the dry fish product. You see, this is one of the market in a nearby area of Kochi. This is not a dry fruit market; it's a dry fish market. If you enter here inside the dry fish shop, everything is neatly arranged. No flies, no smell. You can come, take your dry fish, and go to your home. And the other one is from Pondicherry. Another is from Africa. One fellow came for training, and after the training, the gentleman has developed he has adopted our technology, and same type of descaling machine he has developed. He has fabricated for his country, Malawi in Africa. Some of the fresh fish shop which we are giving consultancy. You can see different training programs, different places, different times. And some of the newspaper reports. These are fish vending kiosks, as I told you, the refrigerator fish vending kiosks, different places in our country. Newspaper reports on our dryers, different reports, popular articles. And I tried to explain you about some of the technologies which we developed for value addition of fish. And anytime you can contact me. My mail ID is manoj.samuel @ icar.gov.in. manoj.samuel @ icar.gov.in. Any queries you can mail to this mail ID. I will immediately reply, and I can send you the details about our technologies, our brochures and everything. And any of you are really interested to take up the technology, you can have a visit here after the COVID issue is over. You can see the live technologies here. You can demonstrate your product also here. You can actually try your products also here. Then you can even join with us as an incubator, use our technologies and make your own product, do the test marketing. Once you are satisfied, only you take the technology through our empaneled firms. And if you are really convinced and immediately you want to take up your technology, you just drop a mail. We will connect you to the empaneled agency, and they will fabricate the manufacture the technology dryer or kiosk for you within the rate contract. You don't need to pay anything to our institute. The payment will be between you and the empaneled agency, and they will not take extra money other than that the rate contract with the CAFT. And thank you for patient listening. And once again, I expect your cooperation for popularizing this technology. As I told, these all are the low-cost technology under the Atmanirbhar Bharat program of our Honorable Prime Minister. This type of technology has to go to the masses, and people has to make their own livelihood using our local technologies. So that I think you all will support us for popularizing the technologies and commercializing the technologies. Thank you very much. Thank you.